About 9 years back, I had a lot of health issues, and eventually the doctors realized that my body is killing itself. So I had my gallbladder removed, and they said to me, it's going to take years for your body to start recuperating, basically. So 3 years back, I got this lovely diagnosis that I've got a muscle issue. So that was a shocker, because there's nothing they can do for you. Then, in September last year, I couldn't move. My body was aching so bad. So I was informed my body is shutting down. I've got osteoarthritis and osteoporosis. They said to me, I have to go for a back op. They said to me, at that stage, I couldn't move my neck anymore. That was the furthest that it could go. The pain was horrible. I know pain can be bad, but this was something out of this world. So they said to me, if I do not go for a back and a neck op by this year, end of this year, there's no way I can move. At that stage, I was struggling to walk. The pain was so bad. Everybody knows pain, but if you have that extreme pain, you're so tired you can't sleep, because I couldn't sit anymore, I couldn't walk anymore, I couldn't lay down anymore, I couldn't sleep anymore. And I do not take medication because I'm basically allergic to any type and form of antibiotics and so forth. So I, my whole life, tried to go natural, the natural route. But it's expensive. It is very expensive. So you cope with it. And pain you can handle to a point. So last year, September, I just couldn't anymore. Go to work, my brain was everywhere. I would tell them later on, I was managing a company at that stage, and I would tell them, please, not now, my brain does not brain anymore. Because that's how I felt. Some stages I couldn't even spell my surname because pain was taking over me. I couldn't have a conversation with people, even my husband and my son, because they would tell me something and mid-sentence I would really, what were we talking about? So I thought I was losing my mind as well. And I started just turning into my own little world. Pain got worse. I was crying myself to sleep at night. Doctors gave me painkillers. I was supposed to take 6 a day. I ended up taking 10, just for that little bit relief. It was, in the mornings I would wake up, make myself coffee, go and shower. When I get out of the shower, I'm so tired. It felt like I wasn't sleeping for a whole week. Then I have to go to work, manage people, and people are lovely, but people are people. So I would come back at one stage, it was a Tuesday. My work sent me to this meeting. Now I have to sit in this meeting, and I can't sit still. I move because the pain is getting too bad. And Tanya was there, explaining about something about this. I know she was talking about patch, reactivating, whatever. I was there. My body was there. I was on pain tablets, but I was there. And I got home and I said to my husband, there might be something that might help, but I don't really know the story, and he wants to know the story. But at that stage, what my family didn't know is I'm a person of faith, and I asked God, please help me because I can't anymore. I was asking him to take me. I was taking more and more pain tablets so that I don't wake up because I couldn't handle it. So I told him about this. He didn't know about me wishing to rather not be there. I think I told him now in the conference up there. But that to me was bad because I love life. So I think you phoned me, right? She phoned me and she said, "Hi Barbara, how are you doing?" And I said to her, "Well, I don't really know." That was my answer. I don't really know. Thank you. And she said, "Did you think about the pages?" And I thought, "Girl, I've got no clue what you said about the pages." I said to her, "My husband wants to know more. Would you maybe can explain to him?" And she said, "Yes, just let me know when." And I forgot to tell him because I didn't remember the call. So eventually December, he asked me, "What about the patches?" I said, "Oh, that lady wanted to come and see you." I think at that stage she gave up on me because she had sent me messages so many times. And he said to me, "But when?" I said, "I don't know, just..." So we found it. And Tanya came, and I know I was so rude that day because I had one of those really bad days. I think when she walked in, I was still trying to, this is how I walked. I've got shoes to prove that this hip of mine didn't move anymore. My toes were off on the one side. And they were talking, and now they talk and talk and talk, and I can't, there's just this, too much pain. There's this cloud of nothingness. And I've been really rude to Tanya, and I have asked so many times, just forgive me, because at one stage they were still talking, and I said to her, "Listen, I just want to know if this stuff really works, just patch me and get her over and done." I literally said that to her. And she looked at me, and Michael said afterwards, he said, "You can't be rude like that. That poor woman, and her face, her whole face changed because they were in mid-sentence." She got up, she patched me, and I was sitting, and for the first few minutes it was, and then all of a sudden I could understand what they're talking about, and I was like, this is all in my head. Can't bend. And I thought,
She said, "Hier gebeur nou iets."
So they were still talking, but I could understand a little bit more. Something about nanocrystals, whatever. And I realized, shame, this girl's been here for, I think, 2 hours. I didn't even ask if she wants coffee. And I asked them, "Do you want something to drink?" And they said, "Yes, coffee please." And I got up and I walked, and I was about three steps away, and my husband started laughing because I could just get up and walk. I started patching end of December last year. At my previous work, we had the staircase, but it's like 10. Tanya's seen it before. It's just really 10 steps to go up. They took me half an hour to get up that stairs, September last year. February, I'm late for a meeting. And I ran up the stairs, and when I reached on top, I realized I ran up these stairs. And if you never had that pain and that struggles, you won't understand this. But I turned around and I looked at these stairs, and I just said, "God, thank you for not taking me away. Thank you for giving me a patch to help my body to heal itself." And there's so many other things happening in my body, but I don't have pain anymore. And that, to me, the whole world is walking around with pain and negativity because of pain. And that little patch changed it all. So Tanya, Guys, David Schmidt, I want to kiss that guy if I meet him.